Look at this little face. Adorable, right? We love cats. We share our homes with them, fill our social media feeds with their antics, and see them as symbols of comfort and companionship. But what if I told you that this same beloved creature is also one of the most destructive invasive species on the planet? Today, we're venturing into a side of cats you've never seen before, and covering a global environmental crisis hidden behind a cute and cuddly facade. We'll explore why on remote islands around the world, our furry friends have become public enemy number one, leading to drastic measures you won't believe. Cats are masters of survival. When domestic cats are abandoned or get lost, they can quickly revert to their wild instincts, becoming feral. They are incredibly efficient predators, capable of thriving in almost any environment. This adaptability is a marvel, but on isolated islands, it's a recipe for disaster. Island ecosystems are unique and fragile. Many native species, especially birds, evolved for millions of years without ground predators. They might nest on the ground or be flightless, completely defenseless against a hunter as skilled as a cat. When cats arrive on these islands, often brought by humans, the consequences are catastrophic. A single cat can kill thousands of native animals in its lifetime, and a feral cat population can wipe out entire species. Let's travel to New Zealand, a land of unique and ancient birds like the kiwi and the kakapo. Before human arrival, there were no land mammals here. The introduction of cats was devastating. Feral cats have been implicated in the extinction of at least 6 native bird species and continue to threaten many more. They are a primary threat to kiwi chicks and other ground-dwelling birds. The story is similar in Hawaii, where cats prey on endangered birds like the Hawaiian petrel enthin, the state bird, on the Galapagos Islands, a cradle of evolutionary discovery. Feral cats threaten the iconic marine iguanas and finches that inspired Darwin himself. The list goes on. From the islands of the Caribbean to the remote subantarctic, these are not isolated incidents. A scientific review identified cats as a threat to a staggering 430 species of birds, mammals, and reptiles on islands worldwide, many of which are critically endangered. They have contributed to at least 14% of all modern bird, mammal, and reptile extinctions. Think about that for a moment. This small, familiar animal is a driving force behind a global extinction crisis. It's a difficult truth to accept, especially for those of us who adore cats. But for conservationists working on the front lines, the choice is stark. Act decisively or watch unique species vanish forever. This has led to some of the most extreme and controversial conservation tactics ever deployed. Welcome to the world of island eradication. The goal is simple but incredibly complex: to completely remove every single feral cat from an entire island to give native wildlife a fighting chance. This is a last resort, undertaken only when a species is on the brink of extinction. The methods can sound shocking. On large, rugged islands, teams use a combination of techniques. Specially trained dogs can track cats by scent. There are advanced trapping systems, thermal imaging, and expert hunters on the ground. But when the terrain is too difficult and the cat population too widespread, conservationists have to escalate their efforts. This is where things get extreme. In places like Australia's Macquarie Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the situation became so dire that helicopters were brought in. Imagine this: helicopters flying over remote, windswept landscapes, not for a rescue mission, but for a hunt. This method, known as aerial hunting, involves highly skilled marksmen targeting feral cats from the air. It's a precise and effective way to cover vast, inaccessible areas. But it's not the only aerial method. Another controversial tool is aerial baiting, specially designed poison baits, created to be attractive to cats but less so to native wildlife, are dropped from helicopters in a grid pattern across the island. The toxins used are fast-acting, and the entire operation is meticulously planned to minimize any non-target impact. The most well-known poison used in these operations is a compound called 1080. It is a naturally occurring toxin found in some plants in Australia. So some native species there have evolved a degree of tolerance to it, whereas introduced species like cats and foxes are highly susceptible. The use of any poison is, of course, a huge point of contention. It raises ethical questions and sparks heated debate. Opponents worry about animal suffering and the potential for a poison to harm other animals or leach into the environment. These are valid concerns, and conservation agencies invest heavily in research to make these methods as targeted and humane as possible. They argue that the suffering of individual cats, while regrettable, must be weighed against the extinction of an entire species. The results of these eradication projects speak for themselves. On Macquarie Island, after a massive effort that was one of the largest of its kind, the island was declared free of feral cats, rabbits, and rats in 2014. Since then, the island's vegetation has recovered and seabird populations are bouncing back from the brink. It's a conservation success story. On other smaller islands around the world, similar stories are unfolding. Rare birds, reptiles, and insects are reappearing, their populations growing in the absence of their number one predator. These projects prove that it is possible to turn back the clock and restore these fragile ecosystems. So what does this all mean for you and your pet cat? This isn't about villainizing cats. The problem isn't the cats themselves, it's us. The feral cat crisis is a human-created problem that demands a human solution. Responsible pet ownership is the single most important thing we can do. This means spaying and neutering your pets to prevent unwanted litters that can end up on the streets. It means never, ever abandoning an animal. And crucially, it means keeping your cat indoors or in a secure outdoor enclosure, often called a catio. An indoor cat lives a longer, healthier life, safe from cars, diseases, and fights. And at the same time, local wildlife is safe from your cat. The battle to save island species is complex and challenging. The methods used are often a gut-wrenching last resort, a reflection of just how desperate the situation has become. It forces us to confront an uncomfortable reality about the pets we love and their powerful, ancient instincts. The story of feral cats on islands is a powerful lesson in unintended consequences. But it's also a story of hope. It shows that with determination, science, and difficult choices, we can right our past wrongs and protect the planet's incredible biodiversity for future generations. It all starts with understanding the full picture, even the dark side of something as cute as a cat. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the world around us. And let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.